Alright, let's take a look at this pen today. This is the Dollar Pen 717i. This is a demonstrator piston-filled pen. It's very interesting. Let's start with the clip here. This looks a little brassy in this light, but this is silver. It just says dollar on it, and that kind of goes along with its little finial here. There's a dollar symbol. Some interesting grating behind it. It's interesting. No clear inner cap for this nib, and it lines up with the clip. Bonus points for this $10 pen. That is fantastic. Little ring here at the bottom, hopefully to prevent cracking. You can see I've inked it up, and today I'm using, oops, oh geez, I got ink all over this in the process, I guess. Iron Gall KWZ Gummy Berry. This is an awesome Iron Gall ink. It actually kind of changes color over time if you're using a very wet nib. So this is a piston filler. You can see the mechanism in here, and there's a little, I guess you could call it a blind cap, even though you can see right through it. So yeah, this activates the piston. You can see it moves slightly. I don't want to mess with it too much since I have already inked up this pen. The cap untwists. You get to see the nib just as iridium point with another dollar symbol. Very apparent branding on this pen here. And it does post. Not very deeply, but nice and securely. It's not going anywhere. Let's get a couple of measurements just of this section here, just because it has this weird taper sort of in the middle. And these threads are not sharp at all. They're very nice. Very nicely made, surprisingly, for a $10 pen. So we've got 8.4, and that actually flares out to 9.8 at the widest point. And this is millimeters here. And the barrel itself is just about 11 millimeters. And if you want the length posted, unposted, I'll have that on my blog, link in the description. But let's go over to the dot pad and check out how it writes. So this should be writing. Tested it off camera a little bit ago. Yeah, there we go. And as far as wetness, this is a very dry pen. Really not much ink going down, which is a shame because if you lay this ink down really heavy, it shades quite nicely. But we'll see what we can do. I'll write a little larger than normal, so this is, let's do quick brown fox. Why not? Why not for this first video review here? Pretty good, as long as I cross my D's and dot my I's anyway. Let's try a different pangram here. So the nib's pretty smooth. I don't know if it does reverse writing. It's better than most pens, actually. Very scratchy, but you do get a very fine line. I'll show you here. This is reverse. You can see the difference there, hopefully. Let's do a different pangram. 5 hexing wizards. Oh, wizard. I did not practice this before. Bots. Jumping. Oops. Should have skipped another line. Jumping quickly. Alright, So this nib isn't bad. I mean, it is dry. I'm assuming that's a product of the feed and the nib. We could roll in a little copier paper here just to see the difference, if there is any. Not much. Usually the line's a bit heavier, but and there's no wetness on this copy paper at all. This just dries out the ink instantly. Oh, ooh, rocking the boat here. All right, so now that we've got that, a nice pen, and this was about $10. So let's roll in some competitive options here. I think the most obvious one is going to be the Platinum Preppy. This is $5, but in terms of looks, they're in the same neighborhood. Very cheap, clear demonstrator pens. Although this is a piston filler, and for $5 less, you're stuck with a cartridge converter. So I have not bought a converter because this was a $5 pen. I just refilled the cartridge and went on my merry way. It is important to note that this does have a preventative measure to prevent cracking because this cheap clear plastic can split. You see I've split my Preppy right there, and this cap doesn't post very well at all. Also, not a fan of this plastic clip. So I'd say if you're looking for a pen in this price neighborhood, go for this one. Spend the extra $5. It's definitely worth it. Also in this price neighborhood, $10, this is the Junhao X450, and this is a very cool looking pen, although you're going to have to tinker with it a bit. You can see how far down my feed is from this nib. That's just because it tends to gush ink. But this one is going to come with a Chinese converter, which is really cool. So yeah, and the dollar pen is an Indian pen. I don't know if I mentioned that yet. So they are manufactured in India. This is more competition here from China. This is the Hero 616, and you might notice it looks a little bit like a Lamy Safari. It is a very good replica of the Lamy Safari, actually. Quite shockingly so. But this was $5, and this plastic is also very cheap. You can see I have split mine at the top because this clip kind of ruptured the plastic up here. Put a little too much stress on it. But in terms of competition, there you go. Alright. Oh, and this was $5. Hopefully I mentioned that. Alright, so that's all I got for you. Let's get another little close-up of this stuff here, just to get a good look at it. I am so glad they didn't put an inner cap in here, and I really like how that lines up. That's just nice. I mean, that happens on my TWSBI 580, which is a completely different price range than this pen. Plus you get to see all this ink sloshing around. You can't do that in a Preppy, and it's pretty cool to know how this screw filling mechanism works. Not a huge fan of all these threads back here, but what are you gonna do? Not a bad pen. I'd probably say this is a very nice, like, everyday writer. I think it only weighs 11 or 12 grams. I'll put the exact details on the blog, but there you have it, and I'll see you guys later.